Hi everyone. So I'm gonna be doing today my reflective vlog over module 3. The first question that this reflective vlog is asking: explain the core values of social work and how they unfold in practice. Well, to begin with, we do have six core values in social work. The first one is service. So whenever you as a social worker, you're wanting to give service above all, you're wanting to be give the best service you can for your client. So for instance, you're wanting to go above and beyond for them, give them the best service that you believe that they deserve and that you believe that they would be satisfied with. For instance, if your client is needing like in need of like a group therapy, or for instance like just a one-on-one session therapy, and it just depends on what type of therapy, whether it would be like relationships, family, whatever. You try to find the best option for them in order for them to be satisfied with the service that you're giving them. Secondly would be social justice. With this, we try to always seek justice. We always try to see those that are being oppressed. So whenever there's a discrimination, you're always trying to see the best for them, like always wanting to be there for them and not like let them not let them have like, oh wow, like I can't um defend them. For dignity, you work with pride and honesty for the right people. So you always want to look with the people that make sure your client's worth fighting for. Make sure that this client that you're wanting to speak about, it's always 100%, and you never leave them with any half work done. You're always wanting to give 100%. Importance of human relationship. It's always good to have good connections to people and connect them to the correct individual. Just at the beginning, just talking a little bit about how you're wanting to connect your person that you're wanting to help out. You're connecting them to the right person. For instance, like if a drug addiction, with kids, like having one-on-one sessions like with the right individual just to give them the correct um information. So for like a drug addict, you go and seek some double A help and see like if anybody else is like having the same issues as them, and put them in either group therapy or just try to find the best possible match for them so that you know that they're satisfied with what you've given them. um the last one would be the importance of human oh, integrity. Sorry, it would be trust. Obtaining it with clients must be continuously be aware of the profession's missions. You should always like be able to have good trust with everyone, like always earn trust with your client. If your client is feeling, if they had been to social workers who have not treating them good, and they come to you and they're like, wow, this is a breath of fresh air, you're wanting to keep that breath of fresh air, not letting it go away. Lastly, competence. It's usually like any individual that holds a bachelor's of social work or master's of social work, and honestly you have that educational knowledge to back you up, but the most knowledge that you'll learn for is on the job experience. And you just have to practice within your desire, whether it's kids, families, mental health, um, migration, refugees, whatever you're wanting to go into, you should be able to be 100% and on the board to learn and get more experience. Lastly, I will be explaining the complicated process of applying ethical standards to children and adolescents. So like when we learned this week, we learned a lot about how sometimes like kids may be getting in trouble, or for instance like a lot of our case recordings, like we had a teenager where she did not want to tell her mom that she was pregnant and that she wanted to get on birth control. So sometimes we're legally obligated to tell the parent, like, hey, your kid's wanting to go on birth control. And sometimes it may lead like to your kid, to the client not wanting to come and work with you because it's like, hey, I can't trust you because you're going around telling my parents. But it's also like just having to go in and deep dive and make sure that you're not breaking trust from the client, which is the kid, and trust from the parent.